President Zelenskyy, I was wondering if you could possibly tell us a little bit more about your meeting with President Trump. When are you expecting it to be? What will you be asking for? What kind of deliverables might we expect out of that meeting? And then HRV Pikalis, I wonder if you could tell us, what your view is on the American role now and sort of how Europe can support that.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. So I hope that I will have possibility to come to Washington and have a meeting on Friday with President. And of course I have some more meetings which are also important for me. Some military companies which are important. I want to not to share details about it, and also maybe also some meetings with senators, congressmen. So so the main topic is air defense, and also I will have a meeting with energy companies. That was a proposition from President, and yes, and I will have meeting with some companies because there are some needs, what we need now because of different format of attacks, even not those attacks which Russia already did. Yes, but we have to prepare in any case. So it will be helpful. And so air defense, the main topics are air defense and our possibilities with long range to pressure on Russia.
It is clear that we all want this war to end. Ukraine wants this war to end. Europeans want this war to end. Also, America wants this war to end. So the only one who doesn't want this war to end is Russia. So our call to all allies is to help Ukraine militarily so that they can defend itself and push back Russian aggression. And our call to everybody is also follow our sanctions to put the pressure on Russia so that they will run out of means to fund this war so that this war can end. It is clear that the military needs that Ukraine has, Ukraine knows the best, whether it's Patriots, whether it's Tomahawks, whether it's all the capabilities you can mention. So it is not up to us to say, but Ukraine to say what they really need. What we are trying to do is help Ukraine with this needs. And that's why we are discussing also different initiatives, how we can help Ukraine. When it comes to the frozen assets, then this reparations loan that is based on the frozen assets and based on the idea that Russia owes Ukraine for the damages that it has caused here, then it should be up to Ukraine to decide also for what this money is used.
Your country has a difficult situation when it comes to energy. I want to ask you, what exactly do you need from the EU in terms of energy? How are you planning to get through the winter? And Madam Kallas, if you could also tell us, apart from what you've mentioned today, the 100 million, if you could tell us what exactly you can do. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. So if we will have problems with electricity after one or another attacks, we will need input. But by the way, we used these possibilities all this winter during this war. And this line for us is open. And so this is important. That is first. The second point, they attack our gas storages, and that's why, of course, they attack water supplies and a lot of our gas infrastructure. So we already began to speak about some import of gas. We have our estimation what we will need. So, but mostly it's about money. So for today, gas it's not a problem. The problem is to have enough money, enough funds for this gas. We understand where to buy. We understand the price. We have some partners who just they don't ask for money. They just deliver, like our Norwegian partners or our EU partners, and we count on it also. And also it can be some representatives of Middle East. We used our relations last winter. So we understand where to buy. The question is also always is where to get enough money. But we will manage it.
The first side of this is really to help Ukraine to defend itself, because if Ukraine is able to defend itself, then this critical infrastructure is not damaged. I think this is the first line that we have to work on. The second line, what our energy people are working on, is to really what kind of help Ukraine needs to repair this infrastructure, to protect this infrastructure, so that people would have heat, people would have water, people would have energy for the upcoming cold winter. But the work is ongoing and hopefully will be finished soon.